everyone. Welcome to this no-code machine learning web application. The primary goal of this web app is to allow users to experiment with machine learning algorithms without needing to write code, making it accessible to everyone. This web app is designed for tabular data in CSV or Excel format. Let's upload data together and see how this web app can help us clean data as well as provide insights to input data to improve the analysis. So we've got an example wine quality data set here. That's easy to start with. Pressing enter in the link above will upload the data. You can see it provides us a summary of what was uploaded, 4,898 rows and 12 columns. We have 0 missing values in either of the rows or the columns. Expand this section. This is the entire data set that has been uploaded, different factors that affect the quality of wine as well as the final quality listing. Now the web app will help you clean the data. So first it's looking for unacceptable data types, text numeric columns, constant values that are basically useless in the analysis. If there are any, it will notify you and give you the option of removing them or updating them. In this case, there is none of that. So we can just put the target column, which is the column we want to predict. In this case, they are numbers, but one could argue they're still categorical. So let's try by calling it categorical. Step 3 here will do data review on another level as well as allow you to filter. So it's already identified that there's no data missing in the target column. It gives you the option to filter data. What if you just wanted to see or analyze the quality for, say, a specific density? You can add that here and then pick the value or pick another mathematical operation, greater than, less than. Currently, we won't do that, so we'll just keep it that way. It also looks for high cardinality of columns. So if there are text columns that are unique, so something like name, but they aren't really adding value to the analysis, then if that is found, it gives you the option of removing them or keeping them, and identifies if there's any other missing data, as well as allows you to remove unrelated columns. Now, there's a lot of times data sets in engineering or finance come with a lot of extra columns that are basically there for identification purposes. Instead of you having to do a lot of that data cleanup prior to putting your data in here, you can do it directly here. So if there were identification columns that really had no value, we could just quite easily just remove them here. Okay. Now this web app will also identify areas where there might be a string mix match. So say something like male or female, so the sex is identified or entered in different formats. So capitalized MALE versus small, it will highlight those. So you could go back and change that in your data set. Things like this will improve the overall efficiency as well as the accuracy of your analysis. So you want to be able to easily identify that without having to look through thousands and thousands of rows. In this case, we're also looking at feature to target relations. Now, there are some times where you input data, but you don't realize that a certain column, say we're trying to predict the age, but there's also the date of birth, so the year of birth. Now, the year of birth isn't directly giving out the correct answer, which is the age, and therefore the column is too highly related to each other. So columns like that should not be part of the analysis because they don't actually, they're giving you a very biased, they're giving you very biased results. So if there were any columns like that, it would highlight it for you so you could assess as to what you want to do with it. It also gives you this nice chart that identifies if there are columns that are related to each other. So in this case, we can see density as well as the alcohol content have a relation, as well as one thing here, density and the residual sugar. Now, sometimes these columns are again erroneous, so you shouldn't have included columns that are too identical. So say if we had age here as well as the year of birth, one could argue that one of those columns should be deleted because it's providing the same information in two different columns. If you were to choose to delete any columns, you could just delete it right here. Now, for some machine learning analysis, data duplications is not a big deal. Rather, it is expected. But for others, data duplication is not preferred. So this here will just identify all the index numbers, all the rows that have duplicate data. If it is an issue, then you can go back and remove it. If it isn't, then you just carry on. Special characters, basically trying to make sure that there are no text characters in numeric columns, etc. Outlier summaries. Now, again, for some machine learning analysis, outliers are very important. For others, outliers are discarded. So out here, we're providing a summary. So data points that have a greater than 80% probability that it is an outlier, it's highlighting it for you. If outliers are a concern, you can look at these rows and make sure you're happy with this data. If not, you could delete it. This is the final data sets that are actually used for the analysis. You'll notice here we're providing the random forest results for this quick analysis. We've got accuracy of 0.7, so not bad, not the greatest, but for the first round of analysis, it's not bad. And then what we have here is also feature importance. So one good thing that Random Forest provides is feature importance in terms of what factors actually make a big or play a significant role in deciding what the quality of wine in this case is. Now, why are we using Random Forest? Random Forest is one of the first to go models for tabular data. It seems to do pretty decent, and it's hard to go wrong with. There are other models as well that can be utilized. The next version of this web app will include neural networks like TensorFlow and PyTorch. But for now, the web app provides you a quick summary of your data, helps you clean it up, and then tells you, hey, is there a relation or not? Is this data set worth looking into any further? Or is there absolutely no relation and it's not worth investing more time and effort for a more detailed machine learning analysis? I hope this helps. Please provide your feedback, comments to us. We would love to hear from you. Thanks.